Hey, I'm Veronica. I'm happy to be with you today. Today's video is part 3 in my How to Get Someone to Beg series. Today's video is going to be giving you tips and tricks on how to cultivate that level of attraction so you can get someone else to beg you instead of you doing the begging. In fact, up until this point, you've probably been the one to beg. You may have even made mistakes like begging them 1,000, a million times by phone, by text, by message. So I'm here today to help. And hi, a few people said hi. Hi, Vikrant. Thanks for saying I look lovely. And Xavier and Lucia. I want to say that my cat Rocky is also here. He's gets very excited when these YouTube sessions happen. So if he's like flying around behind me, do anything about it. He gets really excited about it. It's really funny. It's like he knows when I'm live on YouTube. Okay, so again, in this instance, you've probably been doing a lot of the begging. You may have even pleaded with them or reasoned with them. If it's an ex, you may have told them why you think that you should be together again. And you need to stop all this begging. If you have begged them in the past, that's okay. You haven't messed anything up for good. You can still get them to beg to be with you. But you need to cut off all this begging and you need to do it like now. You can't do it like in a half-hearted way. You need to go 100% stop. So you need to stop reaching out. You need to stop testing the waters. You need to stop sort of letting them know that you're there. You kind of want to cut them off a little bit physically and energetically. So you want to sort of show that you matter, like you've been kind of begging them, so you want to flip it around. The way you flip it around is by completely cutting it off. So you're going to stop, if you've been trying to reach out a little bit, you're going to stop really thinking about them so much. Now, I'm not saying you can't think about them at all, because obviously this person is important to you. This specific person, whether it's an ex, a crush, friends with benefits, anybody, long distance person, maybe online romance, you just don't want to think about them all the time, because what happens is when you want somebody really badly, you tend to obsess about them, and then all of your focus is on them, and you don't want to do this. You want to show that you matter, and this is how you get them to beg you. So you want to kind of cut them off a little bit in your thoughts, your energy, the amount of time you spend thinking about them. Like I said, you don't have to completely stop thinking about them when they come in your mind. You don't have to push away the thoughts. But you definitely need to tone it down just a bit. Now, to beg you or to want to be with you, it's kind of cool what someone is capable of. Now, you may be saying, well, my specific person is too stubborn. My specific person is too shy to actually do this. My specific person would never do this because whatever happened in the past with us, it's too much and I need to make the first move. You got to kind of turn those disempowering thoughts around. So when they come to your mind, you got to say, you know what? Maybe this person is capable of begging, because I think we're all capable of doing it. I mean, I know I've done it before in the past, a long time ago, but I know I'm guilty of begging just a few people. A messenger message just came through again. I don't know if you heard that on the message, but it's funny. My boyfriend seems to know exactly when I'm live, but he doesn't. But he seems to interrupt it every single time. Now, he is someone that I've begged before in the past. And as you can see, I didn't even just respond to his text message. Like, he just messaged me. I didn't even respond. I'm not going to respond until the session is over. That's the mentality that you want to have. Now, I've begged plenty of people before in the past. He's one of them. Now it's kind of flipped around. Now he kind of sends me more messages than I send him. Now, you can do this too. This isn't impossible. This isn't like something for the lucky few that get to experience this. This is because you need to focus the attention on you instead of them. So you don't know what they're capable of doing until you give them a chance to do it. And again, everyone is capable of begging and chasing and doing work and putting forth effort. If you've been putting forth all of this effort in this situation, like, you need to allow the other person to do it. Now, first and foremost, you need to see yourself as someone who is capable of receiving this kind of attention and affection. In the past, I never believed that someone could actually pursue me. I never believed that like someone would care enough to want to know what I was doing, to want to. I thought that I had to do all of that work. And so thus, and it's my alarm. Wow. I thought I turned off all distractions. I am sorry about that. Okay, let's turn that off and continue. All right, so, and this is live, so I can't edit these moments out. I mean, when I'm filming a video, if this happens, I can edit it out, but I can't. So let's just continue. So like I was saying, where was I? I totally lost my train of thought. That's not fair. Okay, so now I'm realizing, wow, I'm live on YouTube and I can't remember what I was going to say. All right, let's just go to the next subject. I am so sorry. I completely lost my train of thought. So I really think that someone else is capable of chasing you, but you have to see yourself as worth this first. Now, this may seem so simple, stupid that you're like, why would I even do this? Why would this even work? But honestly, it works. You need to, again, cut it all off. It's time to stop doing the pursuing. You do not need to make the effort. You need to stop making the effort and put all the energy on you. And you need to give them a chance because you really don't know what's going on inside of their head. Like you may say to yourself, well, they're not reaching out to me, so they must have moved on completely. They don't care. They don't want to be with me. Otherwise, they would have reached out first. But human beings are really complex people. And I think that people have a lot more varied thoughts than we realize. So you really don't know what's going on in this person's head. You don't know, like if it's an ex, you don't know if they've actually almost reached out to you in the past but didn't. You don't know how many times they've come close to chasing you, to making that effort. But if you keep making the effort towards them, it's like you're cutting them off from being able to make the effort to you. It's like if you want someone to say I love you, you can't keep saying it to them because it's like then you are sort of like doing it before they have the chance to do it to you. And it's the same thing goes like if you're already in a relationship and you want the person to say I love you. That was a big one for me for a number of years because no one would ever say I love you. Like no one. Like I wouldn't hear it. Like I would say it and I'd be like, okay, where is it? And it didn't happen for me until I sort of realized that I didn't have to make the effort, that it could come to me. So if you want this person to beg you, like, chase you down, like 10 missed calls. Like, it's funny because you might think that sounds exciting, but when that really happens, it's actually kind of alarming. You're like, wow, this is working a little bit too well. Like, it's fun, like, right at the start, but then you're like, wow, it's a little bit much. But I think that it kind of proves the point that it's, you deserve to experience having an overabundance of things. Again, you don't know what they're thinking and you need to stop chasing them. Like you got to, like you can't do it. You need to see what they are capable of and you can't see what they're capable of if you never give them the chance. If you are constantly making the effort with your crush and saying, hey, I'm here, I'm waiting, I'm ready to be with you when you're ready to break up with whoever you're with right now. I'm here, I'm waiting, hi. They're not going to like break up with this person and rush to you. They're not. You have to be a mystery and a little bit of a challenge. And you have to say, you know what? My life is super important and I would love to be with you, but I'm not going to put my life on hold. I may even date other people and that's okay. Because wouldn't it be cool if like maybe you were in a casual dating situation with someone else, they decided they wanted to be with you and they like chased you down and wooed you and said, be with me. Like, wouldn't that feel amazing to no longer be the person doing that? Like someone could do that for you. Like this can happen. Okay, so let's go over a few affirmations that you could say because a lot of you may be saying while I'm talking, well, that would never happen to me or my specific I am worth having someone beg to be with me. Let's put it in a what if format because I feel like just saying that like it's too bold. You have to like do it as a suggestion, like what if? What if I was worth having someone chase me down, Maybe they don't even have my phone number right now, but they find it. They become this investigator and decide to chase me down and decide to find where I work and send me flowers. What if this ex decided that I was the person for them, and that even though they'd been seeing this other person, they were like, what was I even doing? What was I thinking? Why did I break up? Why did I break up with the person that I love? And they decided to come to you like now. What if you were watching this video and your specific person called and then you were like, I need to stop watching the video because they're there. Okay. What if I was good enough? More than good enough. What if I was perfect exactly how I am right now and I no longer had to reach for love, that it just found me? Like, wouldn't that be beautiful and amazing? All right, so let's answer a few questions because I see they're coming through. Is it applicable on an X2? Absolutely. If you are asking yourself right now, does my situation apply? Yes, there is no situation that doesn't apply because this is principles of, thought creating substance, thoughts creating things, law of attraction, new thought, whatever you want to call it. Like, it's all the same principles. These are principles that people have been musing on philosophically for hundreds of years. It is going to work for any situation, specific person, money, career, health, like anything, because it's how is applicable. I swear, like, just try it out. See it for yourself. Like, if you don't believe me, just do it yourself. And you have to give it an honest effort. And that's the thing that I want to say is a lot of you have said, like, well, this didn't work for me. Like, why isn't it working? And I think a lot of times the reason why it hasn't worked is because you haven't fully let go. Like, you're still hanging on. Like, you may logically say, well, I'm thinking positively about this person, but you're still like obsessing about them too much. It's not really about positive thoughts. And I think that's what a lot of these other videos, they fail to tell you. And that's why sometimes I wonder if I even should use the tag law of attraction, because law of attraction is all about positivity. But there are so many positive people that have so much lack, and there are so many negative people that are like billionaires with like the love of their life. And you're like, what's going on? Why is this happening? I thought I was supposed to be positive. And that's because it's not about positivity. It's about what the stories you tell yourself all day long. You can be a negative person and still tell yourself empowering stories. Now, it's more fun to be a positive person than a negative person. The point I'm trying to make is that positivity does not equal happiness or abundance. What equals happiness and abundance is aligning with those things as being possible in your life. So you want to feel the possibility of these things. You want this person to chase you, beg you, want to be with you, want to pursue you, want to know what you're doing, want to know what interests you, want to, make time in their schedule for you. You've probably been doing a lot of those things for them. If you want this person to do that for you, you need to cut that all out. Like, maybe you think you're showing them how much you care, and maybe you do care a lot. And I'm not saying to be cruel to this person, but you need to show that you matter so that they can show that too. Like, if you're never seeing that within yourself, how on earth are they going to do that for you? Okay, I can manifest small things like having a good day. And it doesn't work out for me. That's because you want these big things so, 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 so badly. It's that idea of want. Like, I want it so badly. Like, there's things I want really badly right now, but you know what I do? I think about them once and I go about my day. I don't have, there's some things I don't have right now, but I'm not sitting worrying because I know they're going to come at the right time. Like, there's a perfect time and place for everything. And I know I've put in my order. I know that these experiences are part of my life story. And I know that they'll happen at the right time. And I'm not like sitting around all worried, like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Letting go, like, you have to do this 100%. You have to put your 100% heart in this. You need to decide that these experiences are for you. And Padme came to say hi. She's my lovely little girl. She reminds me of a Russian blue, but I don't think she is a Russian blue. She came from a Star Wars litter, so she's Padme. Her brother was Anakin. She was the last one in the litter, and I adopted her from Help Save Pets, actually, which is an organization I volunteer at. She's okay, sorry. I do love my cats, and she came by and she wanted to say hi. Interestingly enough, Rocky is camera shy. I said he was going to be on the camera. He hightailed it for the other room, and now he's like, he doesn't even care. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Please check Instagram messages. I actually am new to Instagram, and I have no idea how to check those messages. I'm not good with those. If you want to contact me, honestly, VeronicaIsles@gmail.com. You'll get a response within a few days. Try to, stay. Usually I don't really respond within 24 hours. If you sent me like sort of a query, I'll respond within a few days. The paid coaching emails, it's 2 to 4 days. I also have an express email option, which is a response within 24 hours. Okay, so let's get to some more questions. Russian blue or chartreuse? I don't know. I've actually heard both. I've heard people say both of those things. I know she's not like a purebred. Like, I know she's not. She's just, she control. And she was pulled, and she is just a blessing to me. I adopted her after my cat Abby died. Abby was an outdoor cat. She was rescued from the boardwalk, actually, in Flagler Beach, Florida. And she was a wildcat that decided in her older age she wanted to have a home for her retirement. She lived to be 19 years old with me. I was heartbroken after she died, and then I adopted Miss Padme. She was already named Padme, and I like to give my cats movie names because I'm a big movie buff. So Padme knows I'm talking about her. So I kept her name. I'm also a Star Wars fan, so it was perfect. Okay, enough cats. Let's get back to specific person, because I know that's why you're here. Why does it happen sometimes that it takes years for people to realize? Okay, or it only happens when you've moved on. When you move on, you have released all of that stress, all of that want, all of that need, all of that pressure. It just like leaves, is gone. Seriously. You do not have to move on to mimic that feeling. When I was talking about giving your 100% and all to something, that is what I'm talking about. You need to 100% decide on a new outcome. Life is not just going to give you a new outcome if you're doing the same thing inside. You have to create that feeling inside first. And a lot of times when people have moved on, they are no longer thinking about lack so much or thinking about this person so much because they've moved on. They're thinking about other stuff. They're thinking about themselves. Now, you can do that same thing with still wanting your desire, and that's the best way to have something. I never suggest moving on because that's just silliness. That's like saying, well, I can only get something if I've moved on from it. Like, of course it's going to come to you if you've moved on because you've released all that stress. You can do that now. You do that right now. You can make the decision right now. Someone begs for, instead of doing the begging, focusing on this person, having conversations with them right now and they're not there. Like, imagine having those conversations when you can talk to them again, and then release it, let it go, do your own thing. Then you'll have the real conversation. Okay. I'm from India and I'm not able to reach out to you. Do you use WhatsApp Messenger? Yes, I do. But I only offer paid coaching sessions. I do text sessions over WhatsApp. So if you are in a different country, I'm happy to do a text session with you. Text sessions are really reasonably priced. Now, if for some reason you are not able to afford a text session, I do give them away on my Veronica Raffle. I'll list that link below. In fact, I think it's already there. It may be already there. I have a raffle. All you got to do is a random act of kindness. Tell me all about it. In fact, some of you watching right now may have already won stuff. I give away PDF copies of eBooks. I give away text sessions, Skype sessions, emails, books, autographed books, all sorts of different things. Video requests. Enter it. Somebody's got to win every Friday. Might as well be you. Okay, so my person is in love with someone else. What to do? Give them a chance to realize that you're better. Don't obsess about this person that they're in love with. Don't judge the relationship and say, oh, well, my specific person is so in love with them, so I'm not good enough. They'll never choose me. Like, that's so disempowering. Say, you know what? Let them do their thing right now. I'd rather have them be with me. But let them do their thing. Let them come to the realization that I'm better. Maybe this person will show them why I'm better. Maybe they'll suddenly have a change of heart. Who knows? But you don't want to fixate or focus on it. You want to put it in its right place, do your own thing, and let them come to you. I mean, how many romantic comedy movies have you seen where maybe the person goes off with someone else? Like a great example is Serendipity. I know I've talked about this movie before, but I love it because like the guy, like he was gonna get married to someone too. So if you are looking for a great example of like, you know, a couple like coming together romantically and they were with other people and like obstacles, like that film is racked with obstacles because they like lost contact and all sorts of crazy stuff. Seriously, I love the power of movies to raise our spirits, to make us feel good. I mean, there's plenty of depressing movies too, but I mean, if you're trying to manifest something good, watch the good movies. Like I love movies and I love their ability to let us experience all different sorts of emotions. And I do have a background in film. I have 2 degrees in film, actually. I teach film as well. At least that's what I was doing before I started this channel. um, a great film to watch if you're looking for something, some sort of escapism. Maybe you're trying to attract your specific person and you're like, I think about them all the time. I need a break. I need to have fun for a few hours. Watch Muriel's Wedding. It is a film out of Australia from 1995, I think, 1994. I saw it in its original run. I was a teenager then. In any case, it is a great film because it's somebody who doesn't really believe in herself. And by the end of the film, she has empowered and embraced who she is. And she's somebody who really badly wants to get married and wants to find love. So I think that that is a film that could really give you sort of a sense of empowerment. And it's funny. It's so funny. Okay, if the person is already in love with someone else, you don't know. Like, you could say, oh, this person is so wrapped up in this other person. Honestly, if you really believe that they're that in love with someone else, then just find somebody else for yourself. Like, you need to believe that, you know what, you don't know what their dynamic is like. Like, you could judge it and you could judge it for the worst and be like, they're so in love with them, they'll never be with me. If that is the consciousness that you're going to hold, then I would say run from that. You're going to feel awful. You're going to feel just terrible. Like, you don't want to carry around those thoughts all day. So if you can't sort of not fixate on this, because really you're not in their relationship, you don't know what it's like. You can judge it. You can judge it any way you want. Honestly, the best thing to do is not to judge it at all and just focus on yourself and what you're worth, what you deserve, what kind of person you deserve, what kind of relationship you deserve. Let that person go a bit. Let them do their thing. When they come to your mind, imagine, you know, it'd be great to be with them. Do your own thing. See if they show up at some point in your life. Because I guarantee you, if you let go like that, they're going to be knocking on your door. They're going to surprise you. Miracles happen when you take on that sort of approach. Okay. I need a drink of water. If you don't mind me asking, aren't movies made up? Of course they're made up. Why do you think they're a good reference point? Well, because they're experiences that people have during life. And I think that, I mean, I've had plenty of movie moments in my own life. I'm sure that, you know, many of you have seen movies where you see a scene and you can really relate to it. So I think that movies are amazing and they're something we can visually watch and be inspired by. So I think that they're a great reference of making us happy. And I know a lot of you struggle with those happy and those good feelings and those romantic feelings. Like, they make romantic comedies for a reason, because there are people that experience things like this. Maybe you never have in your life, but you can. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Like, you can be the person in the romantic comedy with the twist ending where the person suddenly comes to you, drops everything to be with you, and you have a happy ending. You're telling stories in your mind all the time of what you think you're worth, what you think is going to happen, what you believe your life is capable of being. And anyone who's reached a great level of success, especially sort of the rags to riches stories, you know, there's somebody that comes up out of nothing, like maybe they came from the projects. Like, seriously, there's people like millionaires that started out in the projects. Like, why did that happen? on them? Why did they realize that they were worth more? Because they told themselves that they were capable of it. Maybe they believed it when no one else would believe around them. And you have to believe that you're capable of these things. Okay, I've attracted my ex back, and each time she goes away, is this the universe sending a sign? No, the universe is not telling you you can't be with this person. It is something that you are doing each time that is somehow repetitive, that's somehow repeating the same result over and over and over again. If you want to cut it and you want to change it, you need to change from within, and you need to decide this person is going to come to me in a better way, that this next time I attract them, it's going to be forever. Really take a logical approach. And I know that a lot of you get so emotionally wrapped up in your specific person that you can't sort of see it from a logical standpoint. So decide to yourself, I'm going to look at my situation impartially with no emotions. What if my friend was in this situation? How would I advise them? What would I tell them to do? What would I think would be most logically, good to resolve this situation? And take a moment to pause, and that way you can collect yourself too. Take a moment to pause and to just get collected with what you think the best outcome is. Now, a lot of times you are focusing too much on this person. Maybe when they come back, you suddenly lose yourself. You suddenly lose your identity. A lot of people do this, and that's why relationships in the beginning can be so wonderful, and then they fall apart. That used to be something that I would do. So it'd be amazing. Like right in the beginning, the guy would be like all over me, and then it would quickly crumble. And at the time, before I knew any better, I would think, well, that's just what relationships are. Guys just get tired of you. They're just all assholes. I was like a man hater there for a while. And then I realized that it was because when things were going good, I would hold the belief that things come to an end. Something's going to mess this up. They're going to get tired of me and realize I'm not really. Drop all my interests, all my activities to just focus on this person. Like all my friends. I don't want to hang out with my friends anymore. I just want to be with this person. And a lot of you just completely like lose it. And then it's all about this person. You have to retain your independence. You have to show that you matter. That's how you get someone to beg you. They're not going to beg to be with you if you are all glomming all over them. I know from personal experience it doesn't work. You can't shower someone with attention, admiration, love. It's good to love someone. I'm not saying you want to be cold. But when you're showering them with that much, it's too much. They go away. They don't want to be with you. They block you. Of course, when I was doing this, there was no social media to block. People just cut you off, and then you went by their house and you tried to get in. Not good. Okay. How do you stop getting ghosted by people? You got to see that you matter, and you got to kind of cut them off energetically. Be like, you know what? You are ghosting me, so I'm going to stop reaching out. I'm going to make you confused why I've stopped reaching out, and I'm going to believe that I made an impression on you, and I'm going to believe that you're going to reach out. Okay. How to decide if we really want someone back or not? Please reply. You know what? You don't have to have all the answers. You can say, well, it would be lovely if this person came back, but I'm not really sure I want them. And that's okay. So I'm going to set the intention that, well, if they come back, then I can decide. But they don't have to come back. I only want them back if it's going to be good for me. And then just kind of let it go. A lot of times you can maybe want something and want to manifest something, but you're not sure whether or not when you get it, you really are going to want it. And that's okay. It's better to have the choice. It's better to have the options. How do I learn more about the law of attraction? You know what? I would search public domain, new thought authors. You want to search, I can't even think of what their names are right now, but there's a whole Google, new thought, public domain books. You'll get so many. There's somebody that starts, his name is James something. James Murphy, maybe? Is that a real person? Maybe. Can you make a video about gaslighting? Maybe. When I hear the word gaslighting, I think about that. It's with Ingrid Bergman. It's a film. I think it's called Gaslight. That's what it's called. Okay. So All right, well, I think we're going to close up for now. I do have a call at 11 o'clock. Now, if you are wanting to do coaching with me, I am happy to take you on as a client. I am happy to do emails, phone calls, whatever. VeronicaIsles.com. Looking forward to working with you. I'm looking forward to working with you too. I'm happy to set something up. I mean, I have times available. Well, I think Wednesday is my first availability now because I'm already booked up today. Oh, Wednesday's tomorrow. I tend to lose track of time. Oh, wait, there's another question. I'll answer this one real quick. I understand the focus on our beliefs, but how do the other person's beliefs play into the situation? Do our beliefs change the other person's as well? You know what? I honestly don't know how it works, but I know that we bounce energies off of one another. So you always wonder, like, am I influencing them or are they influencing me? And I wonder a lot because, like, right now in this moment, like, it's co-created, like, I'm creating it, you all are creating it. A lot of you believed that I would come on live, or maybe you were thinking, I never get to see Veronica live, and then I came on live. So who did it? Like, who created it? Like, did you all create me being here and I just picked up on your energy? Or did you pick up on my energy? I don't know. And I don't think you have to have that all figured out. Like, I think you need to have yourself figured out and what is in your heart figured out. And I think the rest just all falls into place. Because again, like for example, when I give away a raffle prize, did that person like manifest me giving it to them? Person's birthday. And I'm like, I didn't know that. Like, how was I supposed to know that? It wasn't in the email. I just picked this person. How did I know? I didn't know. So it's interesting. That's why I say to live your life mindfully. Because when you can live it mindfully, like we're all creating together. And if you want something really badly, put it in its right context. And I really think the other person picks up on the loving, amazing, exciting energy of that. And I think that they're attracted to that. And I think things naturally fall into place. Okay. I don't know what these people are saying right now. You ain't no hoe rapper. Okay, I wasn't expecting that, but I thought I'd read it because it's kind of funny. Okay, I am Veronica. Feel free to email me at veronicaisles@gmail.com. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm looking forward to releasing a lot of new videos soon. I have 5 ebooks on Amazon. I'm on Instagram, and I hope you have a lovely day.